Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the chocolate ganache trend. So I'm basically trying to help you out here. I don't mean harm. I'm going to be sharing some things that you need to understand before you go ahead to learn this technique. Because it's not cheap. The technique itself is not cheap. Learning it, using the technique itself is not cheap, and selling the products using that technique is not also cheap. So I don't want you wasting your money here and there. Now let's get right into today's video. First off, I know you would like to increase your product line, put a new face to your brand. You want your brand to be identified with something different and all of that. You want to increase your revenue. You want to increase your profits. You want to make some more money. I know. And that's why I'm going to be sharing some of these tips with you to be your guiding principles before you go right ahead to pay for that class or to just learn the new technique. What is chocolate ganache? Chocolate ganache is just like a frosty medium that you can use for different things depending on the consistency of the ganache that you've made. So you can use it to either fill your cakes, fill in between layers of your cakes. You can use it to drizzle your dessert, to design your dessert. You can use it to fill your donuts, and you can use it to frost a cake. So the one I'm going to be talking about today is the one that we're going to use to frost a cake. Um, what this chocolate ganache does is that after using very decadent cakes, dessert cakes, soft cake as layers of your cakes, you would now use this chocolate ganache to wrap it round and seal off all of your fillings, your very watery fillings. You don't want them to seep out. This chocolate ganache seals it off and ensures that your cakes stand firm. Before you will now cover it or decorate it with fondant, as the case may be. You can even decide to leave it as it is. It's a medium of frosting, just like I mentioned earlier. As a cake business owner, does your business need this technique right now? Now, here is what I mean. Do you have customer base that can afford this cake, this kind of technique, if you do it for them? Because let's be frank, it's quite expensive. The cake itself is expensive. The processes that are behind the scenes, the things that you need to get to be able to afford, to be able to give a very good result are quite expensive. Can your business afford that right now? If you know that you are still struggling with giving your customers a particular price range and they are still struggling to pay, I don't think this is the right time to introduce them to this luxury kind of cake, because it is luxury. For somebody to be able to afford this kind of price point is luxury. Now, the second point under this one is, do you have recipes that are good enough to be able to sit inside a ganache cake? Now, you don't want to bring in these recipes that you usually have that are not always done, that you are still struggling with. Some people are still struggling with getting standard recipes. Your cakes get spoiled even before they leave your studio. You need to be able to fine tune your recipes. If you want to learn from people that have standardized their processes, they have standard recipes, please go ahead and learn them. You don't want to finish this luxury cake that is looking so pretty and beautiful, and when they come through it, it's nothing to write home about. That's number two. The third point here is, some people learn techniques, learn skills not to sell directly. They want to resell this technique that they've learned. Do you have a buying audience that are going to probably buy from you if you set it up as a physical class, as an online class? If you have this, then please go ahead, go right ahead, go for these classes, upgrade yourself, and then resell the knowledge that you've already acquired. If not, you know what to do. We've discussed the fact that, does your business need it at this moment, and we've analyzed that. Now, my next step is, if your business needs this technique right now, can you afford it? Can your business afford this technique? Now, let me break this down as well. To be able to do this technique seamlessly, you need some structures behind the scenes. So, obviously, your cakes should be good, your recipes should be good. The structures that need to be set to put in place, you need a very chilled environment to work with this kind of cakes. Like, your ACs must be blasting. very chilled place. You need freezers, you need fridge, you need to be able to educate your customers on how to handle these cakes when you deliver it to them. If you know that your business needs it right now, ask yourself genuinely, can your business afford it? Do the maths and let's know where you arrive at. In my own case, at Moose Cakery, we make very soft and decadent cakes, and over time what I've realized is that when we make fondant cakes, what happens usually is that the cakes are always looking so straight and firm on the day we finish decorating it. I'm going to show you, look at this picture here. And by the time we come back to probably deliver the next day, the cakes will have rested a little bit. Once they are rested, they begin to puff and then they form this line. Like I begin to see the lines of each layers of the cake. I've always felt really terribly bad with that. I mean, the cakes are going to be looking so straight and fine, but they just always form this line because they are quite soft. And by the time you are assemble each layer, probably like 10 layers or 8 layers of cakes, the beauty will just not be there. So I did my research. I realized that, oh, okay, this is a technique that I can use that can help. I did some DIYs myself. Like I did my research, I did some DIYs. I made some cakes with chocolate ganache before even attending any class or anything. It came out well, but I really wasn't confident enough. Then I decided that was the reason that prompted me to go for the upgrade class. And before I decided to go for the upgrade class, I have customers that can afford this kind of cakes. Customers that the first time I made a chocolate ganache cake, it was a customer that requested for it. This person understood the cost effect of those kind of cakes and she requested for it. So I have some customers that can afford it. Of course, I have different levels of customers. Some people cannot afford this kind of cakes, and we have other options for those kind of customers. So that was what prompted me to go for this upgrade class, to even think about um going for the class at all. So go back into your books, please. Check out if you have customers who can afford it. And if you don't have customers who can afford it, you have the money to do the marketing that will make customers who can afford it come to you, that would make you attract those kind of people. So put these two and two together before you go for these advanced classes, even any advanced classes at all. My take home would be get the basics right. Let your recipes be on point. Let them be good. If it's possible, go for dessert class because in these dessert classes, you're going to be exposed to fillings options, decadent cakes. Even if it's not going to be more than like 5 recipes, you're going to be exposed to those things, and you're going to incorporate this into this technique that you're about to learn. What I'm just driving at is that do not look at trends. The fact that something is trending now doesn't mean you need it. I always say this, go into your own books, into your records, into your, what's it called? Um, into your books, check your details. The people that buy from your business, can they afford to be able to buy this thing if I introduce it to them? I know you want to make money, you want to be trendy, you want to just get along with trends, but can your business afford it? If not, you would just be enriching the people you are learning from. You would be paying them, you will be learning it, and it will be like a redundant skill. You're not going to use it because you cannot sell it at the moment. You might need it in the future. Maybe that time a new thing would have popped up. Then that one is now obsolete. I doubt chocolate ganache trend is going to go out of vogue because it's really something that we need. Basically, because the cakes that we do now are very soft and decadent cakes that need to be in place to get to customers and all of that. So I doubt it's going to be out of vogue. But you need to just look at your own books. Just look at your analytics. That's the word I'm looking for. Check your own analytics, how all the things you've written down, the age range of your customers, and how they perceive your brand. Finally, make business decisions based on your own business, based on your analytics. By analytics, I mean all of the things going on in your business, your client base, your presence, both physically and online. Look into your books, check them very well before you decide to go for new classes or advanced classes or to acquire new techniques that you think you want to use to push your business. I hope this video helps you to make this decision. If at the end of the day you've decided to go for this class based on all of these tips that I've shared, all of our discussions, and you decide that your business needs it and your business can afford it, I have a 3-day private class coming up, chocolate ganache class, where you get to learn how to decorate your cakes fully with chocolate ganache and fondant, how to structure, layer and structure your cake properly to be able to achieve a straight and clean cake. In this class, you'll be learning 3 fillings. You'll be learning the chocolate ganache recipe and how to use it properly. You will also be learning a no-fill fondant recipe. You'll be learning how to use wafer paper and rice paper. You'd also be learning one sugar flour. This class is so detailed and it is one-on-one. If you like to be a part of this class, I'll be putting a link in the description box. You can just click on the link. I will take it up from there. And I hope your business thrives. I know you want to make money. Go back into your books, make that decision, and go pursue this money. Till I come your way again next time, my name remains Titilayo. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.